Are Chaos Chariots of Khorne any good? It's not simply about being good. Last time I did Marauder Horsemen. They are opportunists. The Chaos Chariots are not opportunists. They are robbers. They are plunderers. They take what is not theirs. They dictate engagements and force the enemy to deal with what you want, not the other way around. A Tier 3 chariot won't be perfect, but they are much better than okay in the context of your army. Please like, subscribe, comment, and consider donating to my Ko-fi page. All support matters. Arigatou gozaimasu. What you're seeing here is an engagement Bloodletters should lose. They simply won't chew through High Elf Spearmen fast enough, and they'll drown in arrows. The Spearman's armor is irrelevant, but high melee defense is not, and Bloodletters aren't built to tank massed archer fire. Alone, they would be done. But they're not alone. We have Chariots. Unlike those Marauder Horsemen, these Chariots are very heavily armored and have enough mass and punch in patch 3.1 to not be helpless against Spearmen, even from the front. Chariots are formation breakers, so they're not ideal for mopping up these archers. Why bother? We just want to roll over them a little and dive right back into the Spearmen's backs. That's because these Chariots disrupt, damage, and trample infantry. They want to be on the move, so constant aggression is the key, which fits Khorne well. The most important things here are the offensive numbers. 78 speed, melee attack is 22. Bonus versus infantry is 18, and charge bonus is 76. The unit does have frenzy. More importantly, the weapon damage is 40, with 29 base and 11 armor piercing. But frenzy bumps both of those up by 10%. It also bumps up the charge bonus by 10%. So that's base 32, AP 12, charge bonus 84. I'm walking you through this so I can explain how this comes together. Against these spearmen or archers, in pitched melee with no momentum at all, each chariot model has 22 plus 18 equals 40, plus 10 for the frenzy for 50 melee attack. Even against martial prowess using high elf spearmen, they have a decent chance of hitting and doing damage, damage which the light spearman armor is of little help against. Obviously, the archers will just get mauled too. The bonus versus infantry also increases damage proportionately, so that's 62 weapon damage, of which 45 is base and 17 is armor piercing. Great. Bear with me, there's a point to this. Charge bonus is handled similarly. In other words, against these same targets, 50 melee attack plus 84 charge bonus means 134 chance to hit infantry, as long as the charge bonus is active. 134 is a lot. Even these high elves' martial training isn't enough to stop most of them from getting smacked. What about the damage? Oh right, let me see. That adds up to 122 base damage and 40 armor piercing, for a total of 162 weapon damage. That is a lot of damage. So the point of all this is to say that even before the changes to chariots in patches 3.0 and 3.1, the initial attack, the initial blows to infantry were crazy strong. The problem, quote-unquote, with these chariots was that they got bogged down so easily that they couldn't actually use that power more than the one time. Well, that has changed. I tried a lost control group for my Bloodletters and some got lost during this, but it's a great example of my using micro to maximize the use of the chariots. They're low melee defense, but if you're not hitting them in melee, it doesn't matter, right? Right? 120 armor means that these archers and spearmen can only chicken scratch the chariots. The chariots have impunity. They can go where they want and contribute to the action at will. Of course, this will tire them out, but hey, whatever. There's skulls to collect. No rest for the bloodthirsty. The changes to chariots mean that even without the charge bonus, you'll still get your base attack, your infantry bonus, and your frenzy, and still get your momentum damage tossing people around. You can charge the spearmen from the front. It's not ideal, but you can. Here, I got cheeky and tried to do the first strike against the archer line, and they tried to run, which makes it harder to just roll over formations, but I kept them busy. I tossed them around. I juggled, I disrupted, I kept them from doing real damage to my bloodthirsters. Of course, the chariots are not invincible. There are stronger chariots. Hell, there's stronger chariots in the Khorne roster, but you don't get those from tier 3 buildings. For when they become available, chariots let you go from pinning lightly armored forces and whittling them down to bullying Then, you toss them around. You kick them when they're down. You roll over them, kind of literally. It should be obvious what kind of shortcomings these chariots have. They get none of their cool bonuses or effects against larger than man-sized opponents. They are not explicitly armor-piercing. I mean, on the charge they do a fair bit of it, but that's it. They have no special benefit against single entity targets. So where does that leave you? It means the chariots, while armored, bully all of the opponents Bloodletters have issues with, and that Chaos Warriors are pinning in place as your anvil. Any fight that's even close to fair should at least be helped by the chariots causing chaos. I mean, chaos is the name of the game, right? Short of being focused down by dark shots, you should be able to at least get the chariots into melee combat. Don't sit still for too long and you should be alright. If the damage isn't sufficient, at least disrupt. Be a nuisance. Take fights that you should have no right to win, and make them yours. Final note, their spell resistance is only 15. That's token level. If spellcasters want to beat them up, it might work. Be aware and just trust that the rest of your force will make the cowards pay. Take care and have fun rolling away with victory.